Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here to do the second video on this special doubleheader. This one goes out to you and the boys in Korpiklaani. I like that voice. I need to do more of that. Anyways, The name of the song is Tuuleton. Tuuleton.
Yeah, Tuuleton.
Tuuleton.
It's like you always have to jump up.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly or not, but I'm just gonna go with it. By the way, if you guys have been living under a rock or isolating yourselves in the Galapagos Islands or perhaps the Easter Island, another great place for you to isolate yourselves. Plus, if you go to the Easter Island, perhaps it's slightly better than the Galapagos because the Galapagos, you have the turtles. But in the Easter Island, you can get a lot of heads.
Oh.
So you can get head almost every day. I mean, with every step you take, you can technically get some head at Easter Island. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, they're hard like a rock. You can have hard head. I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing. I think I'll pick the turtles over the hard head.
That's probably true. At least you can sit on top of the turtle and just kind of go somewhere. You're going to go slowly, but you're going to go somewhere. But anyways, they have a new album out. Go pick it up if you haven't already. We got it twice, or like he says...
Do 8 times.
All right, do 8 times.
Dos times.
Dos times. I think those times is what you should be going with. So we got it from the label and then we pre-ordered because we'd like to support the boys in Korpiklaani. They could use all the loonies and toonies if you're not Canadian, all the euros and cents if you're American, all the dollars and pennies if you're... I don't know. I'm running out of currencies here.
Yeah.
Like I don't...
I know in Russia they have rubles.
All the rubles and rublets. I don't know. Just use your pocket change and throw something towards the boys in Korpiklaani. They could really use it during these difficult times because they can't tour. So the revenue stream is not a stream anymore. It's a trickle.
Yeah.
It's a trickle. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I wonder if that dude is in the video.
Tuuleton, näitä puita ei koske. Sen itku peittänyt kaiken maan. Tuuleton voisi hiljainen olla, vaan se yllä kulkiessa huomataan. Istuu vaiti, makaa kuura kasvoilla, kun aamu syntyy, takaa pimeän. Paikalleen päätyy jokainen meistä, eivät yksin kulje pään yli jäätyneet. Saarelle saapuu hiljainen kaikki maanit menevän. Eivät minua mukaan ottaneet. Jään seuraan hiljaa katoavan tuulen. Ylitsemme käyvät siipein taivaleen. Varjot kuin valoja yllä pimeän maan syliin. Valot kuin tuntemattomien askeleet. Yölliset kuin päiviä päällä päivätönten kylien. Alleni jään kylmät jalkani jäätyneet. Kituan astuu sammalmättään. Tuuleton joenlanta kylmää jalka puita. Ikävä ei souda vastaan istuu. Vielelle ikävässä kaikuri on kovempi. Aleneva elon vuoksi rastaidenkin talvitie. Kulkiessa päätäneen. Rastainen taivaleen jäätäneen. Talvitie.
That was cool. Some flashbacks to the previous video.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was the end for the guy.
I thought the Rona finally got to him.
Yeah, I thought he finally got Rona and it...
Because he had a fever. That's why you put the
thing
compress
on
on your
she-
forehead is because you have a fever.
And I was wondering what she was
Trying to
doing,
bring
and
the
then
temperature down.
I was wondering what she was doing. I thought she was making him a meal, but no, she was making tea.
Yeah. Why would you make a meal? If you're sick like that, you need tea.
I don't know. She was like crushing like... I don't know what she was
Garlic.
crushing. She was crushing garlic. You put that
Yeah.
in tea?
You could. And the same thing with that pine thing.
Well, the pie thing I know, but like the garlic you put in tea?
I've never had garlic tea, but I'm sure you could. I mean, especially if you're planning on getting attacked by vampires, garlic tea would be the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Not good if you're going on a first date, but vampires, sure.
Why vampires? What, you're gonna French kiss a vampire and then they die?
All right. Especially if it's one of those hot ones from the underworld movies. All right. Since I heard the song already, I hadn't seen the video, but I heard the song because obviously I did an album review as to the whole album. I'm going to let you go first. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, because I haven't been able to...
No, I feel like you've heard half the album already just by doing the music videos.
Because I haven't been able to actually sit down and, you know...
Listen to the whole thing.
To the whole thing.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I'm going to do that after this, though.
Okay.
I'm going to go through the whole thing. I mean...
Pinky swear?
I pinky swear.
Okay.
I pinky swear. I love the solos in so far as we've come through. The
violin?
The violin and the accordion. The especially the accordion. I think this album, the accordion really has shone through the songs that we've done. The accordion has that big
sound,
that big impact on the song. Because not like in the other album they didn't, but I felt like so far in this album, what I've been listening to, they've been more there. More. Okay,
so I think the reason why you have that perception is because this album is heavier. The guitars on this track,
Yeah.
pretty heavy. So overall, I find this album is heavier. And because the album is heavier, the stuff that creates more of melody, like the accordion and the violin,
Is
kind
able
of
to
like
come through more.
comes through, they become more noticeable. If the album is very folky, very melodic, those elements kind of get mixed into the overall soundscape that the record has, and it's harder for you to see the forest from the trees because it's all kind of like one big wall of sound coming at you. This record, because it's heavier, has a heavier overall sound, has a heavier presence, those two elements suddenly become really noticeable every time they come to the forefront, because the sound on the record is slightly different. It allows the album to break down all the different pieces. You can still enjoy all the different pieces, but it allows you to then bring them back together, create a heavy sound, and then have those two elements kind of like peeking its head out and giving you a different perception. I think it's because of that. I could be wrong. I'm not the guy behind the record. I didn't create
That's
it.
true.
But from a fan perspective, from somebody who's listened to the album multiple times, that's the impression that I get. That the reason why those two elements seem so predominant, and I'm not saying that they're not, but they seem a little bit more in the forefront, is because the album has a little bit more of a heavy backbone to it.
I think you're right there.
So I that's my take on it. Now, I want to say something about the drummer. I think this guy's allergic to fabric, at least t-shirts. I've never seen him with a t-shirt on.
And I think you can never catch a cold.
But did you see how they move him indoors for this video? Because
Yeah.
I guess the health and safety department in Finland probably got a complaint about a guy with no shirt on outside in the snow, and that's like lunacy. Like,
Yeah.
like there's a madman playing drums naked outside.
A
Well, not
t-shirt,
fully naked.
Like in Finland, a t-shirt is acceptable outside on a cold winter day, but without a shirt is
They move him indoors.
yeah.
I think it's the safe thing because it's his first album with the band. You don't want it to be his last album with the band
That's
because
true.
the guy kind of caught pneumonia. Have you heard the story of that? I don't know the name of the president, but there was a president in the United States. He caught pneumonia on the day that he was inaugurated, and then 2 weeks later he died. So you don't want to be that guy, but the musical version. You don't want to be the guy who gets to the band, releases an album, and then dies of pneumonia because he's doing music videos with no shirt on outside. So I'm glad whoever was responsible for this decided that, you know what, we understand that you're allergic, you cannot wear shirts, you break out in hives.
Yeah.
So for this video, we're going to move you indoors. But I'm wondering, does he show up there with no shirt on? Like,
Maybe.
does everywhere he go? I would love to see a vlog of a day in his life. I'm sure this guy goes to the grocery store everywhere, no shirt on the whole time. I've never seen him with a
And
shirt.
he's always hyped.
Always hyped. I mean, but the hypeness I think is what keeps him warm.
Yeah.
So I think those two
I
things.
think
kind of,
moving around like that really does keep you warm.
that's true. And by the way, we always busting his balls about all sorts of stuff. But let me say, the drums on this record are amazing. Like I really love. He's brought a je ne sais quoi to the sound of the drums. Did you like that? My
Yeah, I
little
did.
French there. He brought something to the album. There's something that you can't really pinpoint, but this record, from an overall musical perspective and drum perspective, like I already said, it's a heavier album, and we're always looking at the guitars for that heaviness, but I think the drums also play a role into that, into the different sound that this album has, and for me, for the better. Drum wise, this album feels a little bit more lively, has a little bit more dynamic to it. It's not as stagnated in one place, going in one speed to one direction. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Has a little bit more life. It's a representation
Very
of
jumpy.
who he is. Yes, I like that. I like that word. All right, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
So guys, if you're watching this video and you haven't picked up the album yet, do yourselves a favor, grab the album any way you can, like iTunes, vinyl, CD. The vinyls are delayed, by the way, so if you order the vinyls, there's a delay with the whole production. You know, COVID.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But the pre-orders and whatever order, like just get the record, support these guys. They could really use your support, and this album is not going to disappoint. This is not one of those that you're going to get, put it away, listen to it once or twice, put it away, and never pick up again. This is going to be one of those that stays on heavy rotation for a very long time. Guaranteed. I guarantee it.
You put your personal guarantee on it?
Personal guarantee on it. If you're not happy with this album, feel free to not contact me at all. I have nothing to do with it. So on that note, guys, come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See ya.
See ya.